Hi guys, what's up? Tori here, and this video is kind of a slightly fun video because I am officially 3 years post-op from my gastric sleeve surgery as of yesterday. Yesterday was September 14th, and so I was 3 years post-op yesterday. And it's just crazy that it's already been 3 years since I've had my gastric sleeve weight loss surgery. So for those of you who don't know, I had gastric sleeve weight loss surgery on September 14, 2015. And it was definitely the single most best decision I ever made in my entire life. Like, definitely there's been no decision that I've made that's been better since then. And just thinking of how far I've come is crazy, especially in this last year alone. So before I talk about just in this last year alone, I'm just going to give you my overall stats. Before I ever had surgery, I weighed 401 pounds. I was in size 3X to 4X shirts, just kind of depending on the style, brand, and size 30 to 32 pants, again depending on style and brand of the clothing. And I had such a low quality of life. I had so little energy. There were so many things that I just couldn't do because I was too big for them, whether it be just because in general I was too heavy or be because I couldn't fit on things, whatever. And I just didn't have the energy to do hardly anything. The only exercise I really could do was go for walks, and even then doing long walks just wore me out. And even having a desire to do long walks or anything just wasn't there for me. And now, fast forward 3 years later, I weigh 161 pounds. I can wear size small shirts and size 6 pants. Crazy, right? And if you do the math on from 401 pounds to 161 pounds, that puts me down 240 pounds altogether since I began this whole crazy wild journey. And I am just blown away by that number. I always was told how much weight I needed to lose in order to be healthier and stuff, but I just never thought it was possible ever. And it was possible. I've done it. It's crazy. I just literally can't fathom that number. It just is so unbelievable to me, and it's just something I've only dreamt of, to have lost all that extra weight that was holding me back. And now I have so much energy and I can do so much more, and I can run and climb stairs without being winded. I can fit in things no problem. I can wear whatever I want. I can go on whatever I want because I don't exceed weight limits. The world basically is completely open to me now, and that is amazing. But I definitely feel like in this journey I've come the furthest in this last year alone. Because, again, for those of you who don't know, I also, in there about 6 months after I had my weight loss surgery, I lost my mom to ovarian cancer. And that just completely turned my entire world upside down, and it was a lot to deal with. And I didn't I went through a lot with that, and I didn't really fully process it all and deal with it all completely in the beginning. I kind of sort of dealt with it, I think, just to kind of deal with it in the time being so I could just continue on, and I didn't fully deal with it. And around this time last year, I kind of came to a point where it was I was just hurting a lot. I was missing my mom a lot, and I think it started to hit me because of the fact that my 2-year point hit me, and it was just I really wish my mom had been there to see me. And then it was just kind of all of a sudden all these feelings kind of came back up on me, and I was hurting a lot, missing my mom a ton, just wishing she was there. And on top of that, there was just a lot going on with my job at that point in time in life, and I was stressed, and all these feelings just kind of started piling up. And I would kind of bring things up here and there, like with my family and stuff, and like I would just be like, yeah, I'm just really missing my mom right now. This time of year is hard, and they would just be like, yeah, but, and they would just kind of give me the typical tips that I would get from anyone and everyone that I would ask. And I didn't feel like that was helping me, and it was like, and I would bring it up again, like thinking back on it, it's like I would bring it up again, and it's still, I feel like they just weren't fully hearing me and fully hearing how much I was hurting, and and then it just led me to essentially kind of almost have a mental breakdown, like just mentally I wasn't fully there anymore, and it led me to just being, you know, doing things that were so stupid in the time, and so much stuff that I regret. Like, I'm not gonna go into full details here because it's not the place for it, but like I just kind of was losing track of who I was, because also on top of that, like I was in this new body and trying to kind of figure out how it is that I needed to function in this new body, and with the world being opened up to me and things like that, and it was a lot at once, and I just completely lost control, and I ended up doing things to get people to actually listen to me, and it was stupid and wrong. And you know, if I could go back and turn the clock and not do it, I would, obviously. I mean, I would totally not be stupid, but I literally just kind of was out of control. Like, I literally, looking back on it, it's like I literally just had no control. I had lost control of myself, and so that's where it led me to starting to go to counseling, and counseling has made a world of a difference for me. It has let me really dig down deep into the root of, you know, my struggles with losing my mom, especially losing my mom, and then also dealing with, you know, being in this new body and all the changes I've had to go through in life. And I'm really starting to dig down deep and get to the root of a lot of things, and I've been feeling so much better. And I think because I'm finally starting to get right up here and deal with things up here, it's giving me the results in my body. And definitely in this last year, having the extra skin on my stomach removed definitely was also a huge thing in this last year that has made a big difference, because not having that extra skin weighing on me and holding me back has helped like make like working out easier and things like that too. Like, it's made a huge difference on me physically, so it has helped me physically too. So like that was a big part of it. But I think even bigger, yeah, is the fact that I'm getting right and getting more better up here. So it's helping me be able to be better with the rest of myself. Because in this last year alone, I've lost another 20 pounds since last year. And I honestly was already thinking that last year I was already at a point where I probably wasn't going to lose much more. But I was wrong. I still lost more. And I mean, yeah, weight-wise, 20 pounds in 1 year, like, isn't huge. But to me, that is really good, especially considering a majority of it has just been lost since having the extra skin on my stomach removed. Because it was shortly before that I had begun counseling, so it's like I had just started a little bit in dealing with that. So then it was like, then I had my extra skin removed, and then I continued my counseling, and then I was like really getting back on track with eating, really getting back, and then also really, really getting into going to the gym and stuff. And it's just allowed me to fully become healthy all around, because this journey is not just about being better physically, and it's also about being better mentally and emotionally and even spiritually, because I go to a Christian counselor, and that helps me too, and it's helping me to just also see who I am as a woman of God and figure out who it is that I am as a woman of God. And that was also where I was struggling, because like I was trying to figure this all out. Like, I was just starting adulthood when literally, guys, I was just beginning adulthood when my mom passed away. So most people have their moms to help them kind of navigate their way into beginning adulthood and doing things and stuff. And I didn't have that. And yeah, I had my other family members, but it just wasn't the same. Like, I felt like I wasn't getting the same. I wasn't getting what I wanted, and I was struggling with it and hurting with it. And I guess it's like I tried to bring it up, but I guess I probably just also didn't fully know how to express what I needed to. at the time, and I wasn't quite sure how to fully express my feelings and just where I was at. I think too, like I was just so beyond lost and dealing with so much too. Like it it affected me and it affected everyone around me, and I hate that. Like I hate that it did that. And the fact that I'm now starting to get better, like it's making a huge difference in my life, and it's making me feel great. So I just look at this last year in my weight loss journey and I just think, wow, I've overcome some big hurdles in this last year. I really have. You know, things that did happen last year, if I mean, would I go back and turn the clock and make it so it didn't happen? Yeah, I would. I mean, I wouldn't, you know, even thinking about the things that happened then, it's like it wasn't me. It wasn't like me. It wasn't who I was. And you know, so it's like, yeah, of course I would change it. But yet, God had a purpose for it. Like, God, even when we can't see the purpose behind it, God does have a purpose for it. And, you know, I trust God wholeheartedly, and I know He just continues to have a plan for my future, and I am really working hard on leaning on Him even more and being even better about being right with Him and all of that too. So, and it's a continuous journey. That's the thing with this. It is a continuous forever journey, something I will forever be working on, forever be dealing with. And you know, it's something that I think every person going on a weight journey has to realize, is that it's just that it's a journey, and it's a forever journey. It's something you will always work on and always have things to improve on, because I am definitely nowhere near perfect on this journey. Yes, I've had great success, but it's come along with a ton of struggles along the way, and I've had, you know, and I have not been perfect at this by any stretch of the imagination. I have had days, guys, I had a day this past week where I literally ate like 3 donuts. And I really regretted it afterwards because my stomach hated me and I was feeling like crap after I did it. But it was one of those, like, I just mindlessly did it because I was like, I got into a stress eating moment and I like did it. It was while I was at work and I did it, and I was like, crap, what did I just do? Like, I'm not perfect. I have slip-ups all the freaking time. So, like, don't ever think I'm perfect at this. I'm not. It's just a matter of when you have your screw-ups, you snap yourself back into place and kick your butt back into gear and, you know, do things right. I still worked out every day this week, if that, you know, justifies anything. It doesn't justify anything at all, but, you know, makes me feel a little bit better about myself. So, yeah, and like I said, I'm at a point now in life that I'm doing things I never thought I would. I'm in such a great place, and journeying is what I'm just gonna continue to do, because that's all I feel I can do, and continue to get stronger. I mean, guys, check this out. I've never once had any sort of slight, even though it's a slight muscle, I've never had any sort of muscle whatsoever before. Now I have some slight muscle. It's great. And I have my 5K coming up this weekend that I signed up for. I'm pumped for it. I'm ready for it. I can't wait to do it. And that's something I never dreamed of either. So yeah, I'm going to end this here before it gets any longer. This is a little bit of a longer video, but I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support and prayers along the way on this journey. You guys are awesome. Be sure to follow me on Instagram for sure. I post there the most, and then also Snapchat and Twitter. All those links will be in the description box below. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.